Justin Jefferson is the key to the Minnesota Vikings beating the Chicago Bears, but it's not for the reason you may think. The Minnesota Vikings are set to take on the Chicago Bears on Monday Night Football, and it's always good to remember that this is brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Sunday afternoon, Monday morning, you're going to want to take a look at my picks for the game. It has to do with Justin Jefferson. One of the interesting things about Jefferson when you have this conversation is how important is he going to be? Well, he's been very important in these games, even if he doesn't catch the ball. And that's where we start here. In the first game last year against the Bears at Soldier Field, they sold out, meaning the Bears, to stop him with Jalen Johnson in double coverage the entire game. 5 targets, 2 catches, 27 yards. Kind of frustrating, right? Well, it allowed Aaron Jones, TJ Hawkinson, and Jordan Addison to all thrive and have at least 100 yards from scrimmage. Yes, 100 yards from scrimmage for each of them in the 30-27 overtime win. But are they going to be able to do that again? Well, one reason why they may not be able to is Jalen Johnson, kind of like Jefferson, has had a soft tissue injury that has held him out throughout the majority of training camp. But it's been a really bad groin injury, something that Courtney Cronin, the ESPN beat reporter for the Bears, described as, quote, pretty bad, end quote. Here's what Jalen Johnson had to say about him potentially playing. I like to say I can go out there and play, but I mean, it's definitely hard to. I feel like if we had a game today, meaning Tuesday, it wouldn't be a thing. But this week will be important for me to get the pads back on, get practice on my belt, game speed, moving around, covering guys, communicating. I think that will all help me. But again, there's not too much you can replicate in the game. And this is where things get really interesting, because with Johnson, he's been out of practice for a month. Where's his conditioning going to be? When you don't have the ability to do a lot of training with your legs, you're going to lose some of that. So even if he does play at like 80%, is he going to be that effective? Is he going to be able to cover the best wide receiver and route runner in the game in Justin Jefferson? That could be a huge problem, because if he's out, what are you going to put your slot corner, Kyler Gordon, and then roll coverage over the top? Are you going to use Tyreek Stevenson and roll coverage over the top? Well, guess what? You're going to leave TJ Hawkinson and Adam Thielen wide open, because they're going to be able to beat those other cover guys, and it's single coverage. So it's going to be interesting if Johnson is going to be a full go. What's his conditioning going to be like? Is Jefferson going to be able to cook him in the fourth quarter because Johnson just doesn't have that level of conditioning? These are all going to be interesting factors. And if Johnson doesn't play, oh, buddy, Jefferson could have an absolute field day against the Chicago Bears defense, and they won't know what hit them. I'm Tyler Forness with ATOZ Sports. Skol Vikings.